Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today, we will make bra pattern based on the technique described by Christina Sheen in her book Pattern Making for Underwear Design. I really like to make bra cup using this technique. It is very simple and the bra fits perfectly. We first need to select an underwire that doesn't dig in or crush the breast but also isn't too large. It should fit the base of the breast without overlapping onto the breast itself, and it shouldn't be below the breast base. Additionally, we need to take measurements. For drafting, we will require 5 measurements. Firstly, we need under bust measurement, measured horizontally around the under bust. Second measurement, the outer bust arc taken from the breast base on the side to the nipple. The breast base on the side refers to the point where the bra wire sits. The bust height measured from the lower base of the breast to the nipple. The inner bust arc taken from the front breast base to the nipple. It's important to measure from the breast base and not from the central line of the chest. The last one is the upper cup height. It is the distance from the nipple to the upper edge under the strap, where the strap is sewn. For the basic bra pattern, I recommend choosing a classic bra underwire. Later, the basic construction can be adjusted depending on the bra model to fit other types of frames, such as balconette or plunge. We'll also need a clasp to measure its length and width for the drafting process. I'll measure up to the second row of hooks. If the clasp is not available yet, you can draft without it and adjust the pattern later. So, we have under bust measurement and we have the clasp length. Since we draft the pattern in half size, we divide the under bust measurement by 2. My clasp length is 4.5 centimeters. I divide this number by 2. It's 2.25 centimeters. I subtract 2.25 centimeters from the half under bust measurement. It will be 36.75 centimeters. I round up to 36.8 centimeters. This is my band length. This calculation is used to construct a bra pattern from non-elastic materials. If you want to construct a pattern for an elastic material, you calculate the stretch factor. For example, let's take the elastic factor of 0.9. The value of the band length is multiplied by the elastic factor and we get the length of the band reduced by 10%. I will make a pattern for non-elastic materials and will adjust the pattern later. So, let's begin. Place a 0 point and draw the X and Y axis up and to the right. From the 0 point to the right, we lay out the length of our band and put a point. From this point, I extend downwards 3.2 centimeters. This value can range from 3.2 centimeters to 4.5 centimeters. At this point, we will draw the band line of the bra. It descends and slightly curves for comfortable and anatomically correct fitting of the bra. If the breast size is large, then we put a larger value. My breast size is small, so I put 3.2 centimeters. So we moved the point down and set point B. Next, we measure the distance between the outer corners of the underwire edges and lay this value to the right from point O. Here you can add 1 centimeter or leave it as is. Further in the video, I'll explain why this is needed. Then we lay 1 centimeter to the right from the y-axis and draw a vertical line. This is the width of the center gore. We take an average of 1 centimeter. We don't take less than 1 centimeter. 2 bone casing from 2 cups lead to the upper edge of the center gore. The width of bone casing is 1 centimeter, so the center gore full width cannot be less than 2 centimeters. In the pattern, we have half of the center gore. Sometimes we take 1.5 centimeters or more, but in this case, I'll take 1 centimeter. Now we find the balance of the underwire. This is the deepest part of the wire. Align the wire, find the balance point, and apply the underwire so that the front edge goes behind the vertical line like this. At the bottom, the balance point touches the x-axis. Draw the underwire along the inner line to the middle. Then, we press the wire and the outer edge is moved a distance of 0.5 to 1.5 cm. In the book, the distance is indicated from 1 to 1.5 centimeters. For smaller sizes, this is too much, I think. And for them, I do less extension. Why is this done? When we wear a bra, under the weight of the breasts, the bone slightly moves, it bends a bit to the side. To ensure the cup fits well, we make this wire deflection during the pattern making. For the larger breast size, the bending is more. Once we mark the top points of the wire and draw a line, from these top points we lay upwards 0.8 cm. This is necessary in order to sew an elastic band in this place, making sure that the underwire does not interfere, so we make an indent of 0.8 cm. The line to the center gore, according to the book, goes at an angle, but I am used to making it curved. Now, we need to define the bottom line of the band. From the base of the cup, where we mark the balance point, measure down the distance that consists of the following amounts. 1 centimeter, this is the width of the bone casing. It runs along the entire contour of the cup. And the width of your elastic band, minus 2 millimeters. My elastic band is 1 centimeter wide. When we sewing bra, the bone casing should overlap the elastic band by approximately 2 millimeters. This is necessary to ensure the elastic does not bend outside and the bra fits well to the body. So, we add the width of the bone casing and elastic band minus 2 millimeters. It is 18 millimeters. If your elastic is wider, use your value. Then, from the edge of the cup, mark 18 millimeters on both sides. After this, we need to raise the bottom edge of the center gore and round it off. I raise it by 1.5 centimeters at the center line. The rounding line should reach at a right angle, then use a curve ruler to connect the marked points. Connect the resulting line to point B. We have created the bottom edge of the band. Now, at the obtained lower band line, draw a perpendicular line at point B. From point B along this line, we measure the width of the clasp. Set points C and D here. Shape the top of the band. Connect points C and D with a straight line, divide this segment in half, and mark the point. From this point, make a perpendicular mark at a distance of between 0.3 to 1 centimeter. The larger this value, the more curved the line will be. Connect the obtained point with points C and D using a curved line. We have created the upper edge of the band. Now, determine where the strap attachment will be. Divide line CD into 3 parts. The closest point to the edge will be the strap attachment point. Sometimes it's necessary to create an allowance for the strap on the back. If you wish to create an allowance, measure upwards from the strap attachment point between 1.5 to 3.5 centimeters, as you prefer. I measure 2.5 centimeters and connect the obtained point smoothly with points D and C. This way, we create an allowance for the strap. Now return to point A. Through this point, draw a line parallel to the outer edge of the underwire. This will be the side line. Earlier in the video, I mentioned that we could add to the 1 centimeter value. This depends on your preference. If you find the side line is positioned too close to the cup, you can shift it. I shifted by 1 centimeter. Remember, on the edge where the underwire will be sewn, there is case bond attached. It is 1 centimeter wide. And at the sideline, we also use it where we insert the plastic bone. So, we have completed the drawing of the bra band. Let's move on to the cup. First, we will draw the bottom part of the cup. Draw horizontal and vertical lines. Mark the intersection point O. On the vertical line, measure the bust height of the cup in the following proportions. Measure down from point O, 2/5 of the bust height. 2/5 equals 0.4, so you can multiply the lower radius by 0.4. The remaining difference measure up. From point A, measure left to intersect with the horizontal line, a distance equal to the inner bust arc minus 3 mm, marking point C. From point A, measure right to intersect with the horizontal line, a distance equal to the outer bust arc minus 3 mm, marking point D. Connect all these points. Line AC is divided into 3 parts. From the top point obtained, measure 1 cm and mark point. Divide the other 3 lines in half and measure 7 mm from each point. Connect all the obtained points with smooth lines. Line AB is divided in half, marking a point. From this point, measure 4 mm to each side and connect the obtained points to the points on line A and B with smooth lines. This way, we've created two pieces for the lower part of our cup. Now we move on to draw the upper part of the cup. We also draw horizontal and vertical lines intersecting at point O. From point O, mark to the left a distance equal to the inner bust arc minus 1 mm and place point A. Mark to the right from point O a distance equal to the outer bust arc minus 1 mm and place point B. Measure 5 mm down from point O and mark point O1. From point B up, mark 6 mm and place point B1. Connect these points and point A with a curve line. Next, it's necessary to measure this part of the curve where the cup will be sewn. I have 11.3 centimeters. On the cup piece, the curve measures 8.5 centimeters. Subtract the smaller value from the larger value. From point A, measure perpendicular to the curve the obtained value, which in my case is 2.8 centimeters. Do the same for the second half. Where I have 12.6 centimeters and 9.6 centimeters. To point B1, measure perpendicular to the curve the second value. In my case, it is 3 centimeters. Then, from point O, measure 3 centimeters to the right and draw a vertical line. From where the curve intersects this line, measure upwards the upper cup height. From this point, measure 1 centimeter to the left. This is the location for attaching straps, so if your strap is wider than 1 centimeter, adjust accordingly. I measure 1 centimeter and mark the points E and F. Connect the points CF and ED with curved lines. we have finished constructing the upper part of the cup. So, we've finished the base bra pattern making. You can now use this base for modeling, adjusting for elasticity, and other modifications. If you enjoyed this video, give me a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new videos, and share your results in the comments. Bye bye!